everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with another requested video from Louis Vuitton, and that is for the Cles pochette. So let's get started. Before I forget, the measurements on this cutie are 4.5 inches in width, 2.5 inches in height, and approximately 1/4 inch in depth, and he currently retails for $200 here in the States. He features the LV zipper pull right there, a very smooth zipper, and inside he has cross-grain leather lining. And he has this little D-ring here, which you can attach your keys to. You just push this open, and you open it up. You put your keys in there, you close it up, and you throw them inside. Like I said, he currently retails for $200 here in the States. Now, there are an array of different Cles that you can get from Louis Vuitton. There is the Damier Azur, Damier Ben for the canvas prints. You have two different kinds of multicolor. You have the Blanc and the Noir. You also have a Monogram, canvasy, clothy type of material, and I believe you pronounce it Ideal. I don't know, something of that nature. And you have vernis, and you also have epi. I am very fortunate and very blessed to be able to have acquired 6 different Cles in my collection. So I have all 3 of the original prints. I have 2 limited edition Takashi Murakami key pouch or Cles here, which have now been discontinued, and then I have a vernis in the Rose Indian. So I'm going to kind of show you a glimpse of what you can fit in here and what makes the Cles so special. So let's talk about the Cles. Now, Cles pochette stands for key pouch, and that is originally what it is intended for. A lot of my LV addicts out there will actually use it for that particular purpose. I do not. I use it for odds and ends. Now, let's talk about why the Cles. What makes the Cles so special, and why should I ever get a Cles? So, in my opinion, what I have learned over the years, the problem with high luxury brands is that they don't have a 60-day, they don't have a 90-day return policy. Louis Vuitton, if I'm not mistaken, has a 14-day return policy and a 30-day exchange policy. So if you're going to look at buying an item from LV and you don't know if you want to get a bag, and you don't want to spend that kind of money, why not get an SLG, which stands for small leather good? Like I said, he retails for $200, and you can really get a feel for the quality. You can get a feel for the canvas in that particular brand to see if you really like it. In the past, learn from my mistakes. In the past, I have had Chanel's, and I never used them. They sat on my shelf back here, and it wasn't, I would end up selling them, and I never really got to interact with the quality of that is Chanel. So it wasn't until recently I purchased a card holder from Chanel, and I got to feel for the caviar leather, the functionality of it. And had it not been for that, I wouldn't be prone to buying a bag or a higher dollar item. So this particular piece is ridiculously versatile. It's functional. Like I said, you can feel for the canvas, you can feel for the hardware, and to see if you really like the brand, because what if you don't? You know what I mean? So you don't want to invest in a $2,000, $3,000 or $1,500 bag and not like it and have it just sit on the shelves like mine did in the past. So let's talk about what can fit in here. Okay, it's pretty small. What exactly am I going to fit in here besides my keys? Let me tell you, this particular item, you can use it for key pouch, which, like I said, it's what it's for, intended for. So your keys, you can use it as a coin pouch, you can use it as a small wallet, you can use it as a bag charm, you can use it as an odds and ends keeper, as I do. There are so many different possibilities that you can use this particular piece. So I will show you a few different things that you can fit in here, and hopefully if you guys are on the fence about maybe possibly in the future becoming an LV connoisseur and, you know, coming over to the dark side that is us LV addicts and why we like this brand so much, you will be able to appreciate, hopefully, LV a little bit more. So, okay, so let's get started. So when I like to stuff my key pouch, I take this guy out because it makes it a little bit easier to fit the items. And for the sake of this video, let's use 4 cards. I have 4 loyalty cards, but we can pretend they are your driver's license, your debit card, or credit card, or anything of that nature. You put them in like so. Okay, let's say I have 4 dollar bills here, so it could be any bill amount. I wish I had, you know, something other than $4 to fit in here. So here we go. There's the $4. And let's put this key fob right here. Now, a lot of you might have really bulky key fobs. This is enormous. This is huge. This is my husband's. And let's put that guy in there. It doesn't fit on this little ring because this guy's too small. So let's go with that. And let's say you're putting maybe some hair ties in there. It could be anything else. You zip it up like so. Now it's straining the canvas a little bit more than I would like to. It's pushing the zipper a little too much, but regardless, it's not too bulky, as you can see here. And there you go. You're out the door. You have your key, you have your card, you have some cash, a hair tie, any little thing that you absolutely need, and you're done in this little tiny pouch right here. So it's all a matter of what you need to carry on a day-to-day basis. This is small enough that I can fit it in my mini pochette and obviously in the rest of my bags because they are bigger. But let's say like lip glosses. This guy is an abnormally large size. You fit it in there, right? So there's my lip gloss. I have some some work keys that I carry with me, and this is really good if you're going compact. You can fit your items in there, and you don't have to take up too much more space in your bag. So there's my work keys, another hair tie. Bam, and you are done. That's it. So it might be deceiving. You might be saying, okay, well, I don't see the big deal. Honestly, this is probably my second all-time favorite Louis Vuitton item because of those reasons that I gave you, because you can use it for so many different things. As I stated before, I actually put this on the outside of my keep all when I was traveling, because if you need to get to items in a jiff, you can just leave it on the outside, hanging outside of your bag, because some people, like I said, use it as bag charms. You can put this on the inside of your D-ring and your bags, and you can get to these items if you absolutely have to. So instead of digging through your wallet, instead of digging through your handbag, you can get to these items first because you use them on a daily basis. And, you know, relatively a lot throughout the day. So that's a little bit about that. I like to use mine for bobby pins and hair ties because I have a lot of hair, and at work I like to sometimes I put it up, I put it down. Regardless, I'm constantly messing with my hair. So I put these in here because it's easy for me to grab them instead of putting it in my mini pochette where I have a bunch of other items, or in my cosmetic case or my cosmetic pouch. So that's that. So like I said, here is the Monogram pouch, Monogram Cles. And like I said, here are the Takashi Murakami ones. I don't remember the height on them. They're relatively small. So they're a little bit bigger than this guy right here, but they are extremely narrow. Now with these, I can only fit cards and things of that nature. So there are a lot of pre-loved websites. Like I said, these are discontinued, that you can pick these up at if you wanted to. And like I said, you can use them as bag charms, or you can just make sure you only use the cards in here because they are extremely narrow, but that is what they look like. And let's talk about the vernis. Now the vernis is 5.2 inches in width, 3.54 inches in height, and approximately 1/4 inch in depth. Now this looks deceiving because this is pretty big compared to this guy. Obviously you're like, oh, this one probably holds a lot more. It actually doesn't, because it tends to be a little bit narrow down at the bottom. It's a little bit, I'll show you guys. So same 4 cards that we had before. And here's the 4 bills, a hair tie, and the key. Now, to zip it up, it's a little bit more strenuous, but see how it kind of pops out right here? It's a lot wider up here. As you can see, it's not straining this zipper or this vernis, it's straining this one in here. And after time, you don't want to leave indentations on your vernis. It is a little bit more delicate than the canvas, but as you can see there, it's the same amount, but it takes up a lot more space in your bag, especially if you're trying to go compact. So I personally don't like this. I don't like the fact that it's so bulky, but let me take that guy out. So there he is. I personally like to, and what I really like about these, the vernis ones, is that you can have a little credit card slot back here. Now the vernis and the new multicolor, which is now on its way out, it will be phasing out later this year. They are both the same style, or the multicolor, this is the old style. The new style is this same style. It's this, it's as big as this, and it has the little pocket. And like I said, it comes in the Blanc and the Noir. So honestly, you guys, you cannot go wrong with this item. Like I said, a ton of my LV addicts out there will say, oh my gosh, it's one of the best items. I use it so much. It's such a great piece. You can't go wrong with it. If you're trying, if you're thinking about trying a first piece from Louis Vuitton, I would definitely go with an SLG or something that you can interact with on a daily basis. A bag, to me, isn't, obviously you put your items in there and you carry it, but as far as functionality and interaction, it's not the same as getting an SLG or a wallet or things of that nature. Something that you really, like, it's the perfect example. What I said, you have to interact with the items in that way, because carrying a bag, you're carrying it and you're holding it. You can get a feel for how heavy the bag is or the style of bag, but as far as an SLG or a Cles, you can really feel the quality of it. And obviously Louis Vuitton has been around forever, and you cannot go wrong with this particular piece. Now, I don't know if there's a few, hopefully there's a few out there that have noticed, but when I went to, this is the newest piece that I've got as far as the canvas goes, I picked up this item and I went to Fashion Valley and I talked to my essay, and I noticed something. When you look at the tag on this one, it says Porsche Cles NM. So NM, from what we've learned in the past, means new model. So do you guys see a difference in it? Do you see it? I didn't notice it at first until I started really playing with it in the store. So it looks like it's about the same size, right? It's not. This one's fairly bigger. So let me show you guys the difference. If you put them side by side, the one in the back, the Damier Ebene, is a little bit taller than the Monogram. And it's a little bit fatter. So this one's really thin compared to this one, and when I show you the bottom, you'll really be able to see. So with this one, I can comfortably fit about 4, maybe 5 cards in here. On this one, I think the last time I tried it, I fit 8 cards. So it's a little bit bigger than this one. This, like I said, this is old. This is my very first piece. So there it is. You can see the difference on them. Let me show you the zipper. I don't know if you can notice it on the zipper. Let me close this guy out. But, oh, I'm having problems. Oh, and that's another thing. Oh, I've noticed a few other things. So, on the Monogram, oh, idiot. Never mind. Oh, dear. Not very bright. Okay, so here we go. So this is the Monogram, and this is the Damier Ebene. See how it's a little bit wider on the zipper? As you can see, hopefully the camera will be able to capture it. But the varnishing on it still, the wear and tear on this is unbelievable for as old as it is. But you can see it's a little bit bigger. So you can fit a lot more items in this. And I wish I had more than 4 cards that I can demo for you guys so you guys can see the difference. But anyways, long story short, why would I ever get the Cles? For those reasons that I told you, the versatility, the functionality of it, and the quality that is Louis Vuitton. You could really see how wonderful this piece is, and check it out. Everything is just a mirror image of each other. The quality is ridiculous. Like I said, this is an older piece, 11, maybe 12 years old, so the canvas is a little bit thicker than the newer ones. But either way, you cannot go wrong with it. And I have been very fortunate, very blessed to be able, like I said before, to acquire these 6 pieces that will forever be in my collection. Now, I like this piece so much. I think so highly of it that if I was to have 2 pieces and in my collection for the rest of my life, and I can only pick 2 pieces. Number 1 will always be my 6-ring key holder, and number 2 will be my clay, because I can use this every single day. I can interact with it every single day, and I cannot say enough about this piece. So hopefully I've been able to help you guys out. If you guys are on the fence about possibly trying out Louis Vuitton and possibly trying out an SLG, or, you know, that way you can delve right into handbags. But you guys will not be disappointed with it. I recommend it 100%, and it has paid for itself a million times over. So I know it's a little bit, it is an introduction to luxury brands, and like I said, you guys will not be disappointed with it. So hopefully I've been able to help you guys out there. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video, and you guys can always follow me on Instagram at Minx4All, and you can hashtag me at Minx Moment of Fabulous. And like I said, hopefully I didn't bore you guys, and I will see you guys possibly tomorrow, if not Thursday, when I will be doing the wear and tear on Damier Azur. So that's all I have, and I will see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.